Stop the ringing of the
Hey,
ears.
everybody. If you can hear me, this is Joel. We're just about to link up to our Substack. Dr. Jesnel, how are you?
Okay, here is the link.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing okay, man. We're moving forward and backwards at the same time, but ultimately every day we're getting a little bit more forward. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Got here on time today and able to stay all day.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
cool. You'll get the feel for where we're going with things today, and obviously if you have any input, we would love to hear it. Okay.
Give me just a second.
All right. Okay, our live chat looks like it's up and going. We've got some people rolling in. Hey, everyone, this is Joel. Okay, and that's my Zoom, that's my feed. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on while Pete. Oh, great. I need to stop a microphone, I think. I need to.
You need to mute from your Substack and turn on your audio in Zoom.
Okay, let me go into Substack and Zoom that. Let me get into this. Okay. How about now? Is that better?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you. Dr. Jesnil, I'm gonna put you on mute because we are hearing background noises. Hope that's okay. So go ahead, Joel. We're live. People can see us.
Yep. Hi, everybody. Hey, Henry, how are you? Welcome. Give us a few minutes. We're getting this Zoom call going.
Hey, Lynn.
Lynn, how are you? Good to see you. You and I have not, we have not done I got something here I'm not hearing you guys. Okay, how about now? Okay. Ashfaq,
Yeah.
I need your help. I'm missing something. I've got a delay in audio. I'm in Substack.
Yeah, you need to mute yourself on Substack so that you hear the real-time audio from Zoom.
Okay.
Nuts. Thank you, crazy people. It's just my daughter being crazy.
Where in Substack do I find this mute button? Because I'm not seeing it.
Why don't you share your screen? Let me help you out with it. So when you go to the Substack Live, you have this play button, and the mute button is usually on the corner left, bottom left corner. But sometimes it comes into the middle as well.
Oh, I see. It is at the bottom. Oh, you got it, I think. I see it going green on mine. Yeah, I think you hit it.
Okay.
Okay,
you
I'm still trying to get there, so bear with me.
yeah, you can share your screen. That way, it will be much quicker, I guess.
I'm
Draco, you
How about
probably
now?
yeah, I don't mind. We are hearing your audio clearly, but you are probably hearing your audio twice because you are hearing us from Zoom and then from Substack.
I know I'm trying it. I'm not getting my normal. Okay, let me go
Okay.
here. Hold on. Let
Close
me
that
share my
Substack.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can share
know.
it now.
I am. So so here we go. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, we can see.
Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can. So yeah, you have this. You can see this volume button. If you hover your mouse, it will pop up on the top. Yeah, you can see that volume button on the corner, right? Bottom left corner.
Yes.
You need to mute yourself in there so that you.
Okay, can you still hear me now?
Yeah,
Huh, why can't I hear myself?
you don't need to hear yourself. You need to hear us, right?
All right. Okay, everybody. So let me go back into Zoom here really. Let me stop screen sharing. So give me a moment. Now I've got all kinds of windows open on my screen. Why am I? Okay, let's go here. Come on, let's go there. Open. There we go. All right, perfect. For some reason,
You want to stop
why?
sharing your screen?
Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Stop sharing. That's why. Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
Apologize, everybody. Joel is technologically challenged. Did you see Lynn's message about sending her the Zoom
Yeah.
link? And is Rakesh here? Is he promoting this so we can
Uh,
start to increase the size of the audience?
so unfortunately, Rakesh is sleeping right now, but I assigned that task to Draco, so he will be sharing it with people so that we have more people coming in pretty soon.
Okay. All righty. So everybody who's here, this is Joel. I see some new names. You're in a live chat with IOD Nations, International Online Democratic Nations. With us, you've got the team. Ashfaq and Draco work with me. Dr. Jesnel is here. He is someone who has engaged with us and has volunteered to help us in some different ways. We haven't quite figured out how to take advantage of that yet. And then we have the magnificent Deborah, and Deborah is heading up the online democratic women's movement of the world. Okay. She has, and if I remember her words correctly, when I said, are you certain you want to do this? And she said, I've been looking for something to sink my teeth into. So here
Yeah.
she is. We we are promoting online citizen-led democracy in the way that Barcelona does using an application called the Decidim app, and most importantly, with the way that Taiwan has been doing for the last 10 years. I didn't really realize the full extent of what Taiwan has been accomplishing um, until about a week ago. And so if you don't know In 2014, a bunch of young people and others in Taiwan held a rebellion because their government only had a 9% approval rating and it wasn't serving the people. And since then, since 2014 and that rebellion, these young people integrated with the government of Taiwan online. So, for instance, if you're a citizen of Taiwan, you can submit any issue to the government online. And if that issue gets 5,000 votes from the citizens of Taiwan, the government has to deal with it. Okay. And the result of that is that in 10 years, Taiwan has gone from a 9% approval rating of their government to a 70% approval rating of their government. So, Henry, David, Fat News Daily, those are significant numbers, and they match with what I've been trying to get people to talk about. Hey, Robin, for the last 10 years, is that if the pro-democracy citizens of the world unite online, then we become the most powerful force for freedom and democracy in the world. So we're going to probably repeat this a couple of times as our audience here grows. Deborah's going to tell you just a little bit about her, how she got here, and what why she chose to work with us.
Okay.
Give us a moment, Deborah. We got Judith just joined, Sarah just joined, Marco just joined. Let's give it a couple of moments. Let's get 2 more people in here. Come on, Draco. Get those messages out there and get them to join us.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want you
trying.
to imagine. I know you are, man. I'm just having fun. All right, we got Little Miss, Marco, Sarah, Judith. One more. Give us one more, and then you all get to listen to Deborah instead of Joel, and that's worth $1 million.
Ah, that's awful sweet, Joel. I don't think so.
Okay. All right, Deborah, give him hell anyway.
All right. Well, I'm Deborah Mazzarelli. I served in the New York State Assembly for 6 years back in the 90s, retired in 2000. Was going to run for Congress and decided I better go home and be with my family instead. But I've been very active in politics my whole life, and I needed something. When I saw Trump get elected, I needed something to help me get involved and bring my my fight for democracy somewhere. So I found Substack. Substack had several influencers who were pushing for democracy and freedom and the return to what America used to be back in my day. And I decided to join and discovered IOD Nations through that process. Met Joel 3 weeks ago and decided to sign up, volunteer, help with the women's suffragette movement, because we really are going to be like a suffragette movement, because we're right back there again, where they're trying to take away the right to vote. They're taking away women's rights daily. And it's time that we get more active and start fighting for something that we never used to have to fight for once we won them in the 70s and the 60s. But now it's time to put up a fight again, because women, there's no limit to what we can do. So we're going to get involved and we're going to make this digital democracy a reality for Joel, since he's been working on it for 10 years. And I'm going to help you and you're going to help me get my America back and your America back to the democracy that it was years ago. So that's our purpose through digital democracy, is advancing freedom and equality, justice. We were helping the survivors of the Epstein situation. We're going to continue with that fight. And we're going to show up on Saturday, Women's Suffragette Saturday. We're joining the No Kings rally, and we're inviting everybody to come and give us your email addresses today and on Saturday. Find someone that you can leave it with, or email it to me or Joel. I think the address is on IOD Nations as to where you can send it. But join us and get active in bringing democracy back to America and making it a better country for everyone. And then we can go global and we can unite globally and make the world a better place, because we all want to make a difference. And that's the bottom line: unity, community, and peace. So I'll hand it back to you, Joel. If
Okay.
you want
So
it.
what's different? What's different? I want it, because what's different about us from all these other chats and all these other um, substackers is this. Okay. And this is going to change. You're going to see the difference in this chat in just a few minutes. And um, some people may be a little bit uncomfortable or unsure of that. And we encourage, if there's anyone here who would like to come in and talk with us, we will bring you into the chat. Just like Deborah and Dr. Jesnil, okay? And I'm not talking to Dr. Jesnil right now just because I'd like to get a new voice in here, but I'm definitely going to reach to him as this show goes on. We'll just have to see how it rolls. But what is different about us is we're not here to talk about the problems. It's the problems. We could sit here and talk all day about the problems, and we could see exclamation points and hearts and screw those bastards. And I'm so angry and they're stealing my rights. What's up, Lynn? Welcome back in. But we're not here to talk about what they're doing wrong. Okay. We're here to talk about what we're going to do right. And I just think, the way it's played out, most of the people who are following this are women. And so that's why we're focusing on women right now. But this is a pro-democracy citizen movement for citizens across the world. So because we say we're for action, I would like to tell you where we have failed after our last 4 live feeds. Our objective after every live feed is to meet in a breakout group and do an email campaign. Okay. Right now, we are going to break out of this group today and we are going to do an email campaign. Okay. Whether it's the 6 people that are on this screen, I don't think I'm seeing Ashfaq, whether it's just the 6 of us or if it's 5 of us, or if Karina and some of you join us to send emails, we're going to do an email campaign. We have failed in that in every show because there's actually logistics to it. If we're going to send an email to a group of college professors asking them to share it with their students, and if we're going to talk to them about online democracy, that's a particular email. The construction of that email, the message of it, the links that we share, they're very particular. And we're overwhelmed with what we're doing. We can't write and review and create all of the emails we want to. We need a volunteer from this group who has decent writing skills and is aware of the issues as they're unfolding in the United States, who can jump in and help Deborah and Draco create these email messages. Because if you guys can help us create these email messages, then I can be free to go work on content instead of reviewing email messages. So we're starting with that right now today. Is there anyone in here who has done some writing, who is interested in this online democratic movement, and especially the online democratic women's movement, who would be willing to make themselves available to help us create strategic and tactical emails. That's what we're here for. We are not here to talk about the issues. We're going to email people, and our objective is to use right now for this week. We intend to use this No King's March as a means to register pro-democracy women with Deborah. Thank you, Lynn. That's what we need. And I know you actually expressed that you could do some writing the other day. So this is me being spun out and going in too many directions of, not connecting with you and really organizing that. And so you and Deborah need to be in direct contact with
Yeah.
Draco. And I need the three of you guys to really take this project of creating these emails under your wings. And I'm going to give you some input, Lynn, on sort of the directions that I want. Okay, Karina, what did she say? We need a lawyer to make sure our emails are proper. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You can talk to that. So, Karina, are you available either to come into the chat right now or to come into the workout group on the emails today? Can you say yes and which one you can participate in, or both? Hi, Virginia. Hi, Marty. Holy crap, we went to 67. Way to go, Draco. Okay, we are going to do this thing. So you guys are going to get a serious message from us in just a few minutes. Got to make my Okay. So, Karina, I know we have your email contact, or I'm pretty certain we do. We are going to be reaching out to you. We're going to be reaching out to you both to participate in the email campaigns and possibly to help us proof or come up with email messaging. So be prepared to do that. So I'm going to take this group that we have here, and I'm going to give my little spiel about who we are and what we are. Hey, Draco, you said you got a video clip of when I spoke to the County Board of Supervisors yesterday. Do you have that available, and can we share that with this group?
Yes, we have it.
How long will it take you to pull it up?
Not much. If you say it, I can pull
Okay.
it right now.
If you go ahead, I'm going to tell people what they're going to look at. So yesterday, I went to the County Board of Supervisors in San Luis Obispo, California, where I live. And I made a vow. I made a New Year's resolution on January 1st that I would commit myself to promoting and getting the world to discuss online citizen-led democracy in the early part of this year. And that's what my life is right now. That's all I do. I have a small business. I've got that running, but it's suffering a little bit. I've got my life, which is suffering. But I also love it. And I love these people that I work with, and I love their commitment to this message. But we're going to ask you to get involved. We are not here simply to talk about problems. We're here to create and implement strategic, tactical solutions. And so we need some of you here to be a part of that. Draco, when you hit play on this, I would like you to pull up and have ready to go the Simon Sinek video after this. So to everybody who's here, you're going to get to learn a little bit more about us from this video. So go ahead and this is me speaking at the San Luis Obispo County Board of Supervisors yesterday. go. And this was a big part of this county board meeting was recognizing women's groups. It was specifically for that. So I was getting to speak to a pretty good audience for what we're trying to do. So hit play, Draco.
We will start with Joel Komen, and then we'll go to Sean Sheely and then Russell Hoden.
Wow. My name is Joel Komen, founder of International Online Democratic Women's Nation, an online citizen-led democracy. I'd like to say happy Make Women's History Month, because I believe that all of these amazing women and women from history would tell us that we shouldn't be here to honor them. It's time to make history. And that's what the women that I'm working with, led by former Assemblywoman Deborah Mazzarelli, are doing by uniting online. They intend to make women's history this month at the No Kings rally by having volunteers across the country register women and other citizens as online pro-democracy citizens. They're doing this because of the model that has been created in Taiwan, where citizen-led democracy has over 50% of the citizens of Taiwan registered online as a part of their democracy. If any citizen submits a cause or an idea and it gets 5,000 supporting votes, the government is required to deal with it. And it's this engagement that was brought forth by the young people who rebelled against a failing democracy. At that time in 2014, their democracy had a 9% approval rating. At this point, with 50% of their citizens online, they've achieved a 70% citizen approval rating of their government, because the citizens can actually go online and participate in their government. And this has prompted young people across their nation to get involved and participate in their democracy. And I think that this Board of Supervisors is probably quite accustomed to looking out in the crowd and wishing that more young people were participating in our democracy. I will be emailing 150 political science professors, every county supervisor in the state of California, and a large number of politicians and those running for office today. And we will be championing online Suffragette Saturday as a part of the No Kings March. We will be registering women who wish to become online democratic citizens and to collaborate as women in positions of power and influence that were never available before the age of the internet. And as Deborah said, when I asked her if she was ready to handle this as a 70-year-old woman, she said, "I've been waiting for something to sink my teeth into."
Thank you.
Yeah, Marty, we need your contact info. So that was my presentation before the board. I have to say I don't get a whole lot of engagement from them, but as a friend of mine told me, you're out here to create a spark. So I'll break this out for you, and then if anyone has a question, if anyone here has a question about what online citizen-led democracy is or what it can become, if you have a question about what we're trying to accomplish, I'll talk to you about that. But we're not going to spend as much time today explaining and bringing people in. We're going to break out and we're going to send some damn emails, and we're going to get people to unite online democratically at these No Kings rallies. And the more people that we have sending emails. Let me explain to you in particular what's going to happen. We're going to send an email to every county supervisor in the state of California, because that's where I am, and that's the email list that we have right now. Okay. We are going to ask every one of those county supervisors to reach out to Indivisible and to 5051 and to promote Online Suffragette Saturday, a way for the women of the world and of California in this situation to unite online. All right. This is the goal. We're not going to go to a No Kings rally or any rally again and walk away without having done something. Okay. This is absurd to get all of these people together in a pro-democracy way and then not accomplish anything of consequence. We could have 1 billion people march in the streets, and it's most likely not going to change anything. But I'll tell you what, if we register 10,000 pro-democracy women online who start running email campaigns to promote online democracy, that will fucking change the world. Okay, that will make a difference. And that's something that if enough of you help us, we might be able to accomplish. So we're doing an email campaign to these county supervisors. We're going to tell them what we're trying to accomplish, and we're going to tell them why they should be talking about online citizen-led democracy. At the same time, we want to do a massive email campaign to 5051 and Indivisible. All right. I've spoken to them. I've emailed them individually. I don't get any indication that they're willing to talk about online citizen-led democracy at the No Kings marches. But I'll tell you what, if every woman in here, if every woman who's in this live chat, let's say there's 70 of you, okay? Let's say we just got half of you. If the 5051 national office and the Indivisible national office got 50 emails from women who said, we want you to promote the online suffragette Saturday movement. We want you to promote women uniting online democratically at the No Kings March. And if they did that, if we got some of those rallies to make that announcement, we would be on the way to making this happen. And it's going to happen. Things are going to get so bad that Kaya or Marion or Marty or Sharon is going to say, I can't take this shit anymore. I need to feel like I'm doing something to fight back. And that woman right there, Deborah Mazzarelli, she's here for you. And we're here for you. And we're going to do it with or without you. We are going to start sending these emails, whether we have 5 or 10 people who participate with us here or not. We aren't going to give up trying. We would just like to know how many of you will help us, because that's what's needed. So anyone here who is planning on attending the No Kings rally, this is what we're going to have. Okay? No Tyrants rally in Montreal. Deborah is going to make a recording. Thank you, Sherry. Deborah is going to make a recording that asks people to register online, especially women, as democratic citizens. It is kind of late, Marty. We're going to do the best we can, but we're going to keep going after that. This is just us shooting for a flash in the pan that maybe we just break through, right? Let's say that the magic is when I'm out there signing people up at the San Luis Obispo No Kings rally, maybe one of the people that I sign up with is related to the head of Indivisible. And maybe that person reaches out and says, we messed up. We should have been a part of this. What can we do now going forward? All we can do yesterday for us was a big cluster with my team. We basically didn't accomplish anything on this critical day. And you know what? We woke up today and we said we could have done better yesterday, but it doesn't matter one damn bit. The only thing that matters is what we get accomplished today. So give yourself some grace. You messed up and could have done better. How are you going to do better today? And the way we're going to do better today is we've got 3 good, legitimate email messages that are pretty close to being completed. We're going to break out and we're going to send those emails to college professors, to county supervisors, and to politicians and those running for office. And we're going to ask them to join this movement. And that's our decision. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're going to get accomplished. And you can go look at every other Substack that's out there, and they're not telling you what they're going to accomplish today. So that's why my headline for the article for today was going to be Online Suffragette Saturday and IOD Nations. We are our own Substack category. Okay. We aren't politics. We aren't society. We aren't sports. We are get shit done for freedom and democracy. Okay. Actually do something. Get people united and fucking accomplish something. That's who we are, and that's what makes us different. And if that sounds a bit harsh, that's where we are. We're going to send emails today. So I got 122 people here. We've got emails that we've collected from people who have said before they want to be involved. Does anyone here want to speak up? Does anyone here want to get included in this live feed before we close it out? Does anyone here, we've gotten, Janet sent an email. This is what Trump was telling the Iranian citizens to do. Tabby or Taboo 234. Can you imagine, Taboo? I want you to imagine if when those Iranian citizens were rebelling, I want you to imagine if there was this whole group of online democratic citizens who had an online platform that all of those Iranian citizens could have registered at online. And it had a leadership structure. It had a way to integrate with the existing government, and it had support from the IOD Women's Nation and the IOD LGBTQ Nation and the IOD Ukraine Nation and the IOD Canada Nation. And imagine if all of us as citizens had these platforms and these integrations that these Iranians could have used to use this rebellion to create this new government. Okay. We can create that for them. Rhonda, do something. Why are people so complacent? Okay, Rhonda, you're an example. Kalita, right now, Draco, put the email that they can email Deborah directly at. Okay. Here's what you can do. You can either put your email in the subject line here, or you can send it to this email where Deborah is. All right. We're going to end this meeting within 15 minutes. I am not doing another one of these long meetings. Okay. We're going to get a group. We're going to send some damn emails, and we're going to make something happen today. And if we don't accomplish what we want to do today, then we're going to fricking do it again on Thursday and Friday. So if you want to participate, either share your email or do what Sherry said. I got Sherry said yes. I've got Janet said yes. I've got Colita and Rhonda said they want to participate. Will you come to our email workout group and will you participate in sending emails with us? And will you talk to us about what you're looking for and what you're hoping to find? And let Deborah and Rakesh and Lynn. Lynn's been here. This is, I think, her third week, right? And we haven't utilized Lynn and what she's willing to offer and can offer because we're just not there yet. So, who wants to come in and be a part of this? Draco, do me a favor. Do you have the Simon Sinek video ready?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And we have
So
another
everybody
guest
who's
with us. There is number, so I couldn't address his or her name.
say that again.
So we have another guest here in
Oh, yeah.
Zoom discussion.
Dr. Jesnel, is that who you're referring to?
Okay, he or she already left. It was just
Yep.
numbers. We couldn't read the name.
Okay.
There was another person in the Zoom call. So anybody wants to who
Okay,
wants
so
to participate in the Zoom call, just let us know and we will bring you in. But for now, let's take a look at the
So-
video.
okay, so here's what the video is. Simon Sinek did a TED Talk. It's, I think, the third most popular TED Talk ever done. And it's about leadership. And the second half is about how human beings change, right? So in this group, let's say we've got, 120 of you, okay? How do you as human beings, how do groups of human beings decide to participate in and embrace change? And I'm going to let Simon tell you about it, and then I'm going to come back and tell you how we're using this. And as you watch this video, I want you to know it doesn't matter what group you fit in. If you're not, if you're an early majority or a late majority or a laggard, we still need you. But right now, this email campaign probably isn't for you. But that doesn't mean we don't need you, we don't cherish you, and we don't want you. So go ahead and hit play, Draco. This is a great video, guys.
Something called the law of diffusion of innovation. And if you don't know the law, you definitely know the terminology. The first 2.5% of our population are our innovators. The next 13.5% of our population are our early adopters. The next 34% are your early majority, your late majority, and your laggards. The only reason these people buy touch-tone phones is because you can't buy rotary phones anymore. We all sit at various places at various times on the scale, but what the law of diffusion of innovation tells us is that if you want mass market success or mass market acceptance of an idea, you cannot have it until you
human
achieve
change.
this tipping point between 15 and 18% market penetration, and then the system tips. And I love asking businesses, what's your conversion on new business? And they love to tell you, oh, it's about 10%, proudly. Well, you can trip over 10% of the customers. We all have about 10% who just get it. That's how we describe them, right? That's like that gut feeling, oh, they just get it. The problem is, how do you find the ones that just get it before you're doing business with them versus the ones who don't get it? So it's this here, this little gap, that you have to close, as Geoffrey Moore calls it, crossing the chasm. Because you see, the early majority will not try something until someone else has tried it first. And these guys, the innovators and the early adopters, they're comfortable making those gut decisions. They're more comfortable making those intuitive decisions that are driven by what they believe about the world and not just what product is available. These are the people who stood online for 6 hours to buy an iPhone when they first came out.
Can you hit it there, Draco? Let's end it there. Okay. So what Simon Sinek is describing there is the evolution of change and the process, okay? Right now, Rakesh, Lynn, Dr. Jesnel, Deborah, myself, Ashfaq, we are innovators. Okay. In a way, we're not, though, because we didn't know it yet, but Taiwan had already done this. Okay. But we are innovators right now in the United States of America. The citizens of the United States of America, no one is asking. I'll give you an example today. I watch a YouTube channel. His name is Professor Gertis, and he does daily and multi times a day coverage of the Ukraine war and what's going on and what the Russians are saying and all this. And he came out and he said this thing today. He said, until Trump supports Ukraine, this is never going to end. And I want to scream at the screen and say, how dare you make a decision like that for people? How dare you tell people that? What Professor Gertis should be saying is he should be saying, does anyone out there have any good ideas on how we can help Ukraine if President Trump isn't going to support Ukraine? Right? We don't need to fucking give up. We need to be talking about ideas. We need to be talking about what we can do. Okay. We need to cut out this crap about what we can't do and who we're waiting for and how bad everything is and why things won't work. It's time to start talking about what we can do. And women, when men have fucked things up in the past, they've always stepped up to the plate. And this time, you guys get to do it. And when you're done, you're going to be united online. You're going to be a major world power by the end of this year. Women will unite online. It is going to happen. Deborah and I are going, and everybody in this team, we are going to do it. And it only makes sense. Your rights, your privileges, your voting rights, your children's freedom, your grandchildren's freedom, it's all at risk. And ultimately, enough of you are going to start sending emails and communicating that you're going to unite online. The question is, how many of you are going to do it with us today? How many of you are going to step over and say, I'm not going to another damn chat that just talks about the problems. I want to work with these guys because they're working on solutions. That's who we are. And then we need you to share that with those other places that you go. We need every one of the women in here to talk to their best friend or their best friends or their groups or whatever the hell it is and say, you know, there's actually some people out there trying to make a difference and they have a plan that might just work. You should look at it. So, Dr. Jesnel, can you give us the Reader's Digest of how you ended up here? I'm going to give you my impression of Dr. Jesnel, okay? I see him as an innovator or an outlier or someone who looks at things differently. I asked him if he was a facilitator the other day. So he's got experience in a bunch of fields. I still don't quite know how to utilize that. But before we break out to the emails, tell us why you come back here, Dr. Jesnel, and what do you see?
Like you said, I got a lot of experience in a lot of different fields, and I've done a lot of different things. I'm an old man now. I'm retired. I don't like what I see on the news. I don't like the things I hear on the radio. And I'm tired of just, like you say, waiting on some guy to get something done. Doesn't do me any good. I want to do it. Better yet, I got women in my life. I'd rather have them do it because they know what they're doing. They get things done. And what I've always done for them, hey, the sink stopped up, car don't run, kids need picked up. I get it done. I fix the problems. Now those are all mundane, everyday. Everybody's been through that. I fix any damn thing that's broken except a broken heart, and I'm still working on that. If it's broke, I'll fix it. If you need answers, I'll get it. And how did I end up here? I did my research. Here I am. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. What a great way to say it. So what you've got there is you've just got another real human being who thinks that we have a way that might make a difference. And he wants to be a part of it. And I'll guarantee you, none of us know what's going to happen and we don't know the answers. Adina, way to
I know this
go.
much. I know this much. We're going to make them tell me no, that I can't continue in the path I'm on.
As far as accomplishing something,
That's right.
you're gonna force them to stop you, aren't you?
They will have to make me stop. Yes. Somebody will have to say, no, you
That's
can't do that. And I'm going to have to say, show it in
that's
writing.
exactly. Okay. So everybody who's here, use the women. That's right. We're ready to get something done. Okay, Janet. So here we are once again. We're going to close this meeting out in a couple minutes and we're going to go into a working group, and we are close on our emails. I pretty much finished up or am about finished up with the one that we're going to send to politicians and political candidates. Karina, we'll be in touch. Who would like to come over into the working group? Once again, Draco, can you put that email for Deborah in there? If you want to come into the email group, if you have left your email here, we are going to send you an email with a Zoom link. This will be a group where we are specifically there to work on getting email messages out. And if you guys have ideas that you want to participate or you want to share, we're open to those, but we're not going to get bogged down in a bunch of stuff. We're going to get emails sent today, and we're going to try and get women uniting at the No Kings rally. So if you want to share your email, you can do it two ways. You can put your email address down in the bottom here where we're chatting, and in about 15 minutes, you're going to get a link to a Zoom group where we're going to be working on actually accomplishing something. If you don't want to put your email here, Draco is going to put Deborah's email in there again, and you can send an email right now to that email address, and all you have to do in the subject line is just say, I'm in. Okay. And you will get a Zoom link within about 15, 20 minutes or something like that. And that is your invitation to come into this working group. But if you come in there, you can come in just to be a part of sending emails, or you can come in and say, I would like to help you with this process. And that can be as simple as reviewing emails. Carolyn, welcome. We're about to roll out. We are IOD Nations, IODnations.org, International Online Democratic Nations. We are promoting Suffragette Saturday, online Suffragette Saturday at every No Kings rally, but our movement goes beyond that. The woman who's leading this for the women's part, you can see her on the screen. She's former Assemblywoman Deborah Mazzarelli. Okay. And she is committed to helping us get the women of the world united online democratically so that you guys become one of the most powerful and influential forces in the world. Okay. So did Draco not hear me? Oh, Draco, can somebody, or Ashfaq, can you get Deborah's email in there, please? Or can I, is it, I
Yeah,
don't
I
want to,
did
I might,
already.
We are already doing it constantly, so we will drop it again. Don't worry.
okay. I
Let's
just
hear
want to do
from
it once more
Debra
at the
and
end
other
here.
guests.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you come over, we're going to be working on an email campaign. We might break things up where some people can work with Deborah, and if you need a little information, and if you want to join our workout group, there we go. Okay, this is the last call. If you want to participate in this email workout group, you can either post your email address right here, and we're going to send you a Zoom link in about 15 minutes, or you can email Deborah at deborah@iodnations.org and tell her I'm in. Okay. And if you do that, you will be invited to the Zoom link. I want to thank everybody who came here today. We are iodnations.org, International Online Democratic Nations. We are here to promote online citizen led democracy across the world, starting with the women of the United States. And we're modeling it after what Taiwan has done. And if you want to make a change or you want to be a part of trying, join us. Anything else? Anybody else wants to say before we go?
No, just I thank everybody for coming. That's great. Hope they
I would
continue.
like to say
Yep.
you got nothing to lose except for a couple of minutes of your time to come see who we are.
Yes, we are changing the world right at this moment. So if you want to participate, we invite you to come join us, and let's,
Even if you just want to come and listen.
yeah, make some.
That's right. And actually we're going to close out. Hey, Draco. Draco is AOP. Why is a man starting a women's group? Exactly, Deborah. Because
Deborah,
no women stepped up and said, "Hey, let's all unite online." But you know what changed that? Look at your screen right there. That woman right there, Deborah Mazzarelli, she reached out to me and she said, "I want to be a part of this." Okay. And when I said, "Are you sure? Do you realize what you're getting into?" She said, "I've been looking for something to sink my teeth into since 2000. She's been looking for something where she felt she could really make a difference. And she chose this, Deborah Donovan. And you should ask her that question. You should ask her why she chose this. Get to know her. She's a we interviewed with a woman just the other day who's running for office, and she said there is no one better than Deborah Mazzarelli that you could have chosen to lead this movement. So forget about who started it, Deborah Donovan. Let's talk about who's leading it tomorrow. And that's what we need to be focused on. We want to focus every day on what we can do tomorrow. So we're going to close this out. Draco is our agent of peace, is going to share his message, and then we're going to unite. So AOP, play us your video that you made for everybody here.
All right, I'm sharing it.
Draco's the one who calms me down when I get fired up, and he's the one who reminds me that an online democratic nation does not have land and borders it has to defend, and that makes it the most peaceful and peace promoting kind of nation in the world. If a business no longer requires brick and mortar, then a nation no longer requires land and borders. AOP is asking the women of the world to unite online democratically. And here's his message.
Hello, good people. Myself, Draco, and I'm an agent of peace. If you ever feel like the world is heading toward chaos and hope is fading, I want to offer you a spark of light. IOD Nations, an online democracy for all of us who seek freedom, democracy, and peace. It's a place where we can come together, unite, and make things better. So stay united, stay strong. It would mean a lot to me if you stand with us to make a peaceful world.
Okay, one more time for all the people who just showed up. Can we post Deborah's email address once more? Claire, Virginia, Pamela, Victoria, Wanda, Patricia, Elizabeth, Deborah. We are meeting in our next Zoom call for our email campaign to promote online citizen-led democracy and a women's democratic nation online. If you'd like to learn more, if you'd like to be a part of the email campaign, you have 1 minute to put your email address in below, or you can email Deborah@iodnations.org. We're sorry to close this out when you just came in, but we've got work to do. We're going to save democracy, and we're going to unite the women of the world online democratically. There you go, Joanne. Hell yes. That's what we need. Mads and Deborah, if you want to join us offline, we're beginning an email campaign in about 30 seconds. You can put your email here, or you can email debra@iodnations.org, and we will invite you to our working email campaign. And with that, I am going to count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks to everybody who came. This is our biggest crowd since Substack got mad at us. We hope we inspired you, and if we haven't yet, we will next time. So come back again, because no matter what, we're not stopping.
Yes, make
Bye,
democracy
guys.
offensive.
Make democracy offensive. Women of the world, unite online democratically. Imagine what an online nation of 1 million or 1 billion women could accomplish. You have no idea what you're capable of. None whatsoever. Forget
Who's gonna tell
everything
you
you've
no?
been taught.
Who's going to tell them
All
no?
right? There we go, guys. All right, I'm closing this out. We will all meet in about 10 to 15 minutes at our next Zoom, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
see ya.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
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 Yeah.
Bye. Peace.
Okay. See you later.
Happy Make Women's History Month.